Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, I hope all of you are fine, and I hope all of you are studying at home and giving a proper time to your studies. Last time we had our monthly test, and we had a revision class as well on Thursday when we had the monthly test schedule. So what today we are going to do, today we are going to perform practical number 5, and practical number 5 is again having 3 sections with it. So we are going to do practical number 5 because we have to accomplish the practicals as well. So although before the test we were going through the Microsoft Word and I explained you a number of things, in Microsoft Word, and still we need to go through a number of things over there. So anyway, we will do some things afterwards as well, but today our major task is basically to accomplish this practical. So without wasting any time, I would like to start this practical. Section A is about Microsoft Word. Today we are going to see that how we can write equations. So in section A, you have been provided 3 equations that you need to type in Microsoft Word. So how we can type a equation in Microsoft Word? What is the procedure we are going to see? I will take a new file for this purpose and I will type over here. You know that in insert, there is an option of insert symbol and insert equation. Insert symbol, you can go and you can find out any mathematical symbols, Latin or Greek letters are there available over here, and you can select any of them and you can find out any symbol that you want to insert in your page. But this is used whenever you have only symbol if there that you need to insert, so you can insert from here. Means when you are writing a paragraph and you need to have some symbol, so you can insert the symbol from here. But if you have been given some text which is in the form of equation, so you are not going to use the symbols only. No, you will not use symbols. You will go to the equation option and you will define that what kind of equation is there. For example, over here x is equals to, this is basically a quadratic formula. X is equals to minus b plus minus under the root b square minus 4ac upon 2a. Over here you can see that some symbols are there which are not available on the keyboard, just like plus minus is not available on the keyboard. Under the root over the text is not available. Numerator denominator in this way is not available in the keyboard. We have slash key, but slash is not basically the alternate of this complete upon sign that we give numerator and denominator. So how we can do this? I'm going to type this equation. I will go to insert then equation. So first we have to see that when we take equation, it comes over here in this way. When you click on the equation, a blank equation comes. Over here I can write, for example, x, I'm typing through the keyboard, x is equal to key is available in the keyboard. I can also take the equal to key from here. But those keys which are not available on the keyboard, I can find out over here, plus, minus, infinity, omega, eta, epsilon naught, etc. Or phi, pi, all these symbols are also available over here. But these are the symbols that we are going to use when we are going to insert some equation. X is equals to, then what is there next? What we have to type? So let me open this page as well because I have to see the equation as well. I am going to resize this equation over here. This is the equation that I'm typing right now on my page. This is my output page. So x is equals to minus b. So how can I bring minus b over here? X is equals to minus b. So I will type minus b through the keyboard. Then afterwards you can see over here under the root, and this whole thing is there upon numerator and denominator. In the numerator some things are there, some things are there in the denominator. So I don't type over here minus b. Why? Because I have to take fraction first, because some part is there in the numerator and some part in the denominator. I will take this upon, which is basically a upon b. There are different formats a upon b in this form, but which is basically in vertical manner, it is basically in inclined manner. So there are some different parts. So I am taking this one. Okay, so I have already taken one. I delete this one. Over here in the numerator I am typing minus b, And after minus b, I need to have under the root. Normal under the root, third root, second root, nth root, you can take from here. So this is the normal under the root. And in this box, I will click. I am clicking inside the box. Now what I will do, I will go to the uh, box and I will type over here. What I have to type? I have to type b square minus 4ac. Now again, b square I cannot type in normal way. I will have to go to this script option. Script option, it contains, you can see over here, some scripting options. You can give not only the superscript but also the subscript. At a time you can give only superscript, you can give only subscript depending on your requirement. So I take this one. Now when it has come, I will type over here b in the large box, and in the superscript box I am going to type b square in this way, and over here I will click. Keep in mind the mouse cursor is small, but I will click over here, then the mouse cursor will come in the numerator. Right now it is not in numerator, but I will click over here. So when I will click over here, so mouse cursor, you can see over here, and then over here I have to type the text, and the text that I need to type over here is minus 4ac. Fine. So b square, for b square, I applied this option actually from here, and then I typed the b square. Otherwise, I could not be able to type the square on b. Fine. If I type first b and then I go there, I will not be able to do this. First, I have to insert this option. Then in the large box, you will type the b, and then in the small box, whatever the power is, you are going to type. What is there in the denominator? Only I think 2a. There isn't any power with it, so this equation is complete. After completing the equation, you can select the equation, you can go here, you can change the size of the equation according to your requirement. One equation is done, you can leave it. You can go again, insert equation, click on it, one blank equation will come. You can type the second equation over here. So what is the second equation? We have to type limit n approaches to 0. So how we can find it out? Now see the procedure. We will find out this option that the limit is available. Yes, sine theta, cos theta, small brackets, equations, summation, sigma, all these options are there. Integration option is there. So we can take all these things from here. What we are going to do, I have to click on, I am this in this equation, I am going to click over here. Different limit options are there, but keep in mind what we are going to have. We have to take which limit option? This is the limit option, n approaches to infinity is mentioned under the limit. Okay, so I have to take this design. It should not be a wrong design. We have to take a proper design of the limit. So you can see over here, this is the design that we can take, and I clicked over here. But right now it is showing me n approaches to infinity with the limit. Okay, you can see over here, it is already written, you cannot change, but the numbers what are written, we can change it accordingly, just like 3 plus 7 upon n. So I'm writing over here 3 plus 7 in the numerator. Why? Because I have taken a predefined format of the limit. So I am typing over here in this box 7 upon n. Okay, upon n is there, and power is also there with the n. So I have written it with, and if there is something else, you can change it. For example, if it is m or something like that, you can write over here. Fine. So in this way, we are going to take one design of the limit, which is basically the given pattern. Basically, these are the mathematical rules how we type the limit. So there may be some different ways to type the limit. So over here we have got the logarithm, max, minimum, limit. So normally it is mentioned inside the parenthesis, so we can remove this text if we don't add limit only x, for example. So whatever is there, we are going to write it by selecting from these options. Now third equation is there, fx is equals to, so it is starting in the normal way, then summation is coming, then upon is coming, and all these things. So how we are going to do this? What we will do, we will start a normal equation. I will type here f of x. I need small bracket f of x. So I will go there, I will take this small bracket. In this small bracket, what I have to type? X. So I will type x over here. Come to the end, click here, equal to, what is there next? A naught. Then we are going to type, you don't write a over here, no, because you will not be able to type naught. You have to go and find out the option using which we can give subscript with a character. This is the option. In the large box I will type a, in the small box I will type not is 0. Okay, so over there then a plus sign is there, so plus sign is normally available. You can find out the plus sign from here. Plus minus is also available, only plus is also available in the keyboard. I can type from the keyboard as well. Okay, now go to the, this sign is there, summation n is equals to 1, and on the top there is mentioned infinity. So I can find out whether summation option is there. Yes, open it, find out the better one which is required, because I need this one. I have to write some things afterwards as well. So I think this one is better. What are the differences? Summation, and it is also summation. So both are the similar options. I have taken this. So and at the top I have to type infinity. Now infinity is a special symbol not available on keyboard. We will find out over here where is the infinity. So infinity I have taken at the top. At the bottom of the summation, n is equals to 1 is there. So I'm typing over here n is equals to 1. I can type through the keyboard because these are not special symbols. Now over here I will come in this large box where I need to put all the text is there in the small parenthesis. So I will go to this option. I will take this small parenthesis. Inside this small parenthesis, this box is there where I will put these all options. What are the options? A naught cos theta of n pi y upon m. So how can I put a naught? I will go to again superscript subscript option. I will click over here. This option is the a naught. I will type over here a, and I will type over here naught. Then I can type plus sign because plus is there. Right now plus is not required, and you can see that you have to click it over here so that it should be in the normal text size. Otherwise it will go to the subscript. So over here I have to type cos of n pi y upon m. So first I will type over here cos. Then I need numerator and denominator, because the next text which is coming over here, you can see over here, the next text is coming over here, n pi x upon m. So what I will do, I will click over here, and my mouse cursor is over here. I will go there, I will take this option. Which option? Fraction upon. So in upon I am going to type n pi y upon m. Upper I am on the top I am typing n pi. Where is the pi? Find out the pi from here. It would be available over here. When you are typing the equation, you will take the symbols from here. You will not go to that option of insert symbol. No, find out it over here. Okay, and these symbols will be there. All the symbols, mathematical symbols are which are used. You are going to find out them, and these will be, of course, available. It's not possible that it is not available. It is available. Pi and pi y I can type from the keyboard upon m. So in the denominator, I am typing m. I hope this thing is clear now. Come to the next point. Next point is plus b. Now, if I type over here, then plus will come over here, which is not good. Why? Because I have to type plus over here after the completion of this numerator and denominator. So this is a common mistake that the students do, that the plus sign is coming over here, sir, what to do? Don't type here, click here, click over here. Then you will, if you are clicking in the numerator, then if you will type, then the plus sign is coming in the numerator. Again, this is not the desired one. That is a common mistake committed over here that you need to know. So don't type here in the numerator, don't type in the denominator, click over here with this line of this upon, click here. Now this mouse cursor is normal. Now type plus, now plus is coming after this term. Now next term is bn, sorry, there was not there over here, n is there in this, so you can edit it just like over here in this small box. Only n is there, so I'm typing n. So over here we are going to type in the second term bn sine of n pi z upon m. So how we are going to do? Click over here, go to this option, numerator, subscript is required. B I am going to type over here, and I am going to type over here, and sine of n pi z upon m. Of course, first click here to get the complete cursor. Sine of then take the fraction upon n pi z, and I can type through the keyboard. Pi is there available in these symbols. Go and find out the pi. Pi is here. N pi z. Z I am typing through the keyboard, and upon m, m again I am typing through the keyboard. Fine. Uh, m. So now this equation is also complete. You may be given such kind of activities because the equations are there in your syllabus. Up to here, if you have got any question, please ask me first. Up to here, if you have. So in this way, you can take, you have to go through these all options which are available. You can see over here in the insert. If you go to the insert option, you can see over here in the insert menu, these all options are there. Insert equation. So when we click the equation, normal equation, when I click over here, so I have the normal equation formatting toolbar. This is equation tools which is given over here. So I can take any symbols, any fractions, superscript, subscripts, radicals, square roots, cube root, nth root, integration, derivation, whatever you want to put. Fine. Summation, sigma, all these options are available over here. Small bracket, large bracket. I use today over here the small bracket. Sine theta, cos theta. I type the sine theta. You can type it as well, but you can take it in this manner as well. You can take the sine and cos in this way. Okay, accent options are there. These all are mathematical notations, logarithm, limitations, limits, and operators, different kind of operators, plus equal to, minus equal to, double equal to, not equal to. All these options are also available if you have got, because sometimes in chemistry we have such equations where you are showing the reversible reactions. So over here, this symbol is also used where you have got bi-directional arrow. So you can insert this one as well. If you need to type the matrices just like you would have, I think these are there in the 10th class maths. Over there you will see that matrices are there. So you can type 2 by 2 matrix, 1 by 2, 2 by 1, 3 by 3 matrix. You can type here by taking these examples. So all these are things that you need to explore in the equations. Up to here, if you have got any question, kindly ask me. Please raise the hand if you need to ask anything. Can any student just give me the feedback that these all things are clear? Are you able to raise the hand or not? Okay, you are able to raise the hand. Okay, just a minute, just let me mark the attendance first. From Muniba to Muhammad Abbas, and then Atika. Who is coming with this name? Okay, fine, it is good. Yes, please. Will you please raise the hand and give me some feedback?
Yes, sir, it's clear.
It is clear. Equation. You can explore the equation. You can type the equation now. You will see the video, and I hope there you are not going to face any problem, any issue with it. Fine.
Yes, sir.
Anyone who has got any question, anything which is not clear. As I told you, when you are using symbols, normal symbols, when you are using just like insert and symbols. So when we are typing normal text and we have got in the discussion, we I delete this equation. So in normal discussion, if we have got some symbol, so we will go to insert symbol. Normal paragraph I am typing, and over there I have to type infinity, or I have to type not equal to, or I have to type epsilon or alpha beta. So I'm going to take from here in normal typing, just like I'm typing over here something, and I need to insert some symbol like micro. Okay, so I can insert from here. But when I am typing equation, an equation contains numerator, denominator, and something like that, root, complete root over the line, just like you saw that the root is coming on the complete equation. So in this situation, what I am going to do, I will go to insert and I will go to insert equation, and then I will have this toolbar which is there to edit equations, and then I will do my work over there. I hope this thing is clear. I hope so. So I'm going to save it with the name of section 1, section A, section A. Okay, I have taken the screenshot. How I'm going to put it over here in my work? I will go there and I will paste over here. Okay, there should be a complete screenshot of the work, that this is the work that I have done. Fine. Now come to the next point. Next point is about editing and formatting of a student record. A college keeps a spreadsheet of student attendance, create the sheet in MS Excel, and do the following practical tasks. So what is the sheet? Sheet is given over here. You will type this text. You will make this text in Microsoft Excel. Of course, I'm going to copy it in order to save the time, but of course you are going to type it. Let me take a new file over here. I'm going to paste the text over here. Okay, now you can see that one extra line is there. I am going to delete it. Okay, so you will type it at your own. You are going to type it. You will take roll number, name, day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, up to day 15, 15 days. Attendance is there. The task is comparatively lengthy, but in exam you are not going to have lengthy task. The task will be quite short. But since it is a practice work, so I am giving you a bit lengthy task so that you must have some good practice of it. That's why. That is the only reason. Okay. So you will type this text in this way, and of course you will select the top header. You will go there and you will give the design color, whatever is there. Fine. Present days, we have to apply some formula over here to count the present days and percentage and eligible or not. First you will do this. Type the P and A given as it is over here. Why? Because whenever such kind of text is given in your exam, so examiner is going to check on the basis of that text that the answer is coming correct or not. Fine. So whatever the text is given, you are not going to change the P with the A or A with the P. Why? Because we will have the answers over here. The percentage answers are there that we are going to check. I hope this point is clear. So you are not going to change the names, even you are not going to change the roll numbers, whatever it is given, you do it and then apply the formula. I hope this thing is clear. Okay. If you want, if over here the formatting is something like that. So if you want to make the columns of the attendance, these 15 columns small, so how can we do this? Just double click on each column. It will be resized accordingly, and it will be adjusted according to the size of the text. And over here the text is limited, but when the text is coming in two characters, just like 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, so now you can see one change, that up to 9 the column's width is small, but after 9 the column width is large. So this is a change that you can notice over here. If you want to make them equal, select them all by pressing Control button. By pressing Control button, select them all if you want to make them equal. Okay. And then you can change them simultaneously. They will be equivalent. Can you notice this? Just like right now, the width is 27 pixel. Okay, I make, let's suppose for 30 pixel, 30 pixel. So each is of 30 pixel now. If I click over here, it is 30. It is 30. it is 30. So in this way we can make the similar formatting, but normally they don't ask you to format it as it is, but for the safe side I'm just telling you that you must know. Then over here when we select the top header, you can see that we have made it center align, all the text is center align, and where the text is at the top or at the bottom or in the center. So you can also do this thing, that how you are going to do this. If you do in the center, so it will be in the center. I hope this thing is now clear. Now what is the task? Come to the task now. Task is that what we have to do, create attendance sheet according to given format and save on your desktop with your name. Oh, it is of 2 marks, so I'm going to save it. Of course you will save in your folder. Right now I'm going to save it in my folder of the practical work, where I have saved practical number 5. This is section B of practical number 5. Okay, then this task is done. Formatting and developing the design. You will type, of course, insert the formula function to count the present days for each student. How can we count only P's over here? You are not going to do this in this way, just count 1, 2, 3, 4 and say that 14 present and 1 absent. No. Apply the function or the formula count. Count is the function. Count is normal function. Count if is conditional function. Count if, what you have to count? Criteria and range. It has 2 arguments. See over here, count if function has got 2 arguments. One is range, one is criteria. Range is this, from this position to this position, count these all, but not count all the items, comma, count what? C4 to Q4, count from them. C4 is the position, you can see over here. C4 is actually the position of this. C4 to Q4, it is basically a horizontal range that I have given over here. And after that, comma is there. Give comma over here. And what you need to count, what is the objective? So you are going to write in the double quotes or in single quotes, I think it also works. Present. So I am typing over here P. Count P only. Can you see this, what I have typed? You can also see that the function or the formula, whatever you type, it comes in this ffx bar. So count if C4 colon Q4, from C4 to Q4, what is the criteria? What you have to count? Count P. Only P, not A or anything else. So it is going to count the P only. When you press enter, you will see the result. Now at this time it is already quite clear that only one is absent and all the rest are present. When you will drag the formula, the next results will be calculated according to the next number of P's in the relevant ranges. The ranges are now over here. If I click over here, now you can see that the Excel has modified it to C6 to Q6. Only raw number is changed, column number is same, Q and C. If I click over here, the raw number is changed, C9 to Q9, but column number is same. So Excel is an intelligent program which converts the formula, its ranges according to the next rows and their cell addresses. I hope you have got this point. Let's suppose if I want to count absent, what will I change? I'm just giving you example. It is not the desired output right now. A, type over here A, press enter. It is giving us the output 1. But right now it is not required. We have to type present days. So again, I'm going to edit it and I'm going to type over here P only. So 14. How can we calculate the percentage? Can anyone raise the hand and let me know? Can anyone please raise the hand and let me know? The students are allowed. Achha, theek hai. Oh, we have to do the present percentage, only present percentage. How much the student is present? What is the percentage? Can anyone please tell me about it? Kindly. By raising the hand. No one is there. At least you should try. Yes, Tawheed. Don't you know how to find out percentage? How do you calculate percentage for your test? For example, you got 18 marks, the total marks were 30, you got 18 marks. How do you calculate the percentage for it? Zulkaf, Usman, no one knows how to find out the percentage? Please raise the hand. Yes,
So would it be 14 over 15 into 100%, I guess?
yeah, you are right. I was asking that, let's suppose if you got 28 marks out of 30, how do you calculate the percentage?
28 over 13 to 100%.
Marks obtained, yes, you are right. Marks obtained divided by total marks multiplied by 100. Similarly, over here, what we are going to do, this is the obtained present days divided by total days 15 multiplied by 100. So this is the percentage that we have calculated. Okay, fine. This is the percentage that we have calculated over here. So I think I should give 1 point over here for the um, you know present days for each student. Calculate the present percentage for each student, and it will also be for 1 mark. Now I think it's better, and 1 mark is there to calculate the passing criteria. Okay, anyway, so we have done this third point. Now we have got this fourth point. So I think this is the way that we can do this job. How can we round it up of if I want to round off it this value up to 2 decimal places? Can anyone tell me about it? Have you got any idea? If I say that this is 93.333333, can you round it off? I also mention over here, you will learn about the round off function as well. Also round it off up to 2 decimal places. Okay, so one increase I have given over here. Yes, can anyone tell about it? We have got one function. If I drag this value over here, so next values will be calculated automatically. Some are already round off, but some are not. How we can round off it? So we formula that we have applied, we will put this formula in the function which is called round parenthesis open. See and note it down. First you will write down round parenthesis open. You will give the number. This is the complete number, comma. How many decimal places? You will give the number of digits, 2 digits. Fine. It has two arguments. Number one is the number that you want to round off. R4 upon 15 multiplied by 100. This is the number. How many decimal places you want to round off? I want to see only 2 decimal places. I will mention over here and I will enter. Then you can see the result. When I will drag it to the next rows, you will see that all are rounded over here. Since 80 and these are already rounded, so it is not showing us the decimal places. But if you want to see the decimal places for these values, we can go there, we can select and we can go to this option, to number option. So then it is going to show you. Otherwise, since it was general, so it was not showing, but when it is number, so it is going to show you all the results up to 2 decimal places. So we have also rounded off, means you will put your value or the function which is calculating the value inside this formula, which contains two arguments, the number and the number of digits that you want to have after round off. The last point is very important. And the last point is that what you have to do, the students are allowed to appear in the exams, final exams, if the percentage is greater than or equal to 75%. Evaluate for each student whether he is eligible for exam or not eligible for exam. What we have to do, we have to evaluate if the percentage is greater than 75, he is eligible, otherwise not. So I'm going to write pass or fail. We have applied this thing for pass or fail in the previous one. Now this is the example. If this percentage, this is the value, this percentage is greater than equal to 75, 75 or greater than equal to, then we are going to write in double quotes eligible. Otherwise, comma, value is false, we are going to write in the double quotes not eligible. Eligible or not eligible, if you will miss the double quotes, you are going to have the error message. Fine, because this is the text. So this is the line that we have written, you can see over here in the formula bar as well. If S4 is greater than equal to 75, eligible, comma, not eligible. These are the two values, value when true, value when false. Just like in the previous examples of the practical, when we did the pass or fail, we said that if the percentage is greater than equal to 40, pass, otherwise fail. In the double quotes, we had mentioned that thing. So over here, what we will do, we will write this statement to evaluate the value, and we will have the result accordingly. This is eligible. Almost I think all are eligible, but when I will drag, I will come to know that two results are there. It is not showing the complete result because the text that I have typed is large. I will increase its width, then I will be able to see. Some are eligible. This is eligible, this is not eligible. Oh my god, this is eligible, this is not eligible. So some results are not coming correctly. Over here I have put one double quote extra, which is an error. So not eligible is basically joint. So in this way I need to put, and then I will press enter, then I think the result will be correct. There was an error that I put the double quotes two times. No, not I, no, I think this is yes, so it is eligible. It is less than 75, so not eligible. Eligible, not eligible, not eligible, not eligible. Why? Because wherever the percentage is less than 75, of course, he or she is not eligible to appear in the exam. Fine, and this thing is for you people as well, that you need to be very much regular in your classes. So I will put this file since the class time is about to over. So I'm not going to explain the part which is basically in page. So I will explain it tomorrow, inshallah, and next class whenever we'll have. But I will give you this question statement in your, so that in your Google Classroom, so that you should start working. Fine. So I'm going to give you this statement. Only question. Okay. So this is a question. This is the question statement that I am going to give you. This is the picture which is given to you over here. Print screen I am giving you in the form of image, hence you need to type it at your own okay. So this is the problem statement that